YouTube friends, what's up? How we doing? We're gonna look at some cars. Well, just a couple. Big and small today, but not tiny. We're not doing 164th. We're gonna do a 118, and we're gonna do a 143rd scale. Found it by chance. Really weird. But anyway, let's start with the 118th scale car. This thing is awesome. Santa present. Norev, French company with Japanese construction. Box. Look what we're gonna look at. 280 coupe W123 car chassis from the early 70s, mid to early 70s down to 1986. Car came with 4-cylinder, 6-cylinder power, and 5-cylinder diesel, 4-cylinder diesel as well. Stick shift and automatic. Cars are amazing. The rare coupe. I'd say the coupe, I don't even think they made as many of these as the wagons. This is a 280CE. They also had 280C. I had to get this car. Norev had this casting out for a while, but this is the first green. So this thing was awesome. I'm very, very happy to have it. It'll go good with my other Mercedes 118 scale, which you can check out on the 118 scale playlist. Norev, this is the closed body. It's kind of like model car group cars that I've done. Won't have any opening features, won't have any steering, but it has very high accuracy in terms of the body. They did an amazing job on the grill. And coincidentally, it rolls very nicely too. You can see the dashboard and the instrument cluster. Window switches. These cars are cool because windows would go down here too. You used to see a lot of 123 Mercedes growing up, but very few coupes. Probably count on one hand the many times I saw the coupes. This is obviously a European spec car, so it got small bumper, plus you got the composite headlights. US cars usually have the circle or the sealed beam or whatever you call them. And the windshield wipers are nice. Mirrors are nice. Great detail. They did the cowl vent there real well. And also the window trim, if you look at this, it's separate piece. So if you go under here, rain gutter, the rain channel is actually proud of the body. On the MCG car, it's like part of the casting, so a little bit more detail on the body. Let's look at the back. Again, you can see the taillights are awesome. Got that chrome sticker for the emblem and the insignias and stuff. There's your exhaust peeking out the bottom. So really good stance on this car. I think most of these, I guess, had the 6-cylinder. I don't know what the coupe had. It doesn't really say. I didn't really pull up a brochure of this car, what the coupe would come with. I'm sure it also varied by what country the car was sold in. A very popular chassis. These cars are still out there today, running around. They're really cool. Most of the ones that United States, really, that you see the most of the diesels that are still left, because those are the ones that ran for a long time, even if the owner was not always up on the maintenance. Like the gas cars, the fuel injected gas cars can be a little bit more tricky, I guess. But anyway, let's take a look at the 143rd. This thing is awesome. I recommend it. I know people have differing opinions on if you want the model to open up or nothing. But, you know, for under $100, because these things are going up nowadays, the nice ones anyway. You know, some of the older Hot Wheels stuff and some of like the cheaper brands for 118, you can still get them cheap. But I do like the subject material of a little bit more of the mid-price. I'd call that car like mid-priced. Anything under $100, you know, between 50 and 100 for a nice 118 scale, it's probably like a mid-price point. And then high end, you're going to be talking about 170 to 300. And then there's cars that go above that, of course, but you can get really nice vehicles for that 150 to $250 range, really. There's a lot of cool ones out there. All right, let's take a look at his Hot Wheels. I found this. This is the newest release of the 143rd. Obviously, these cars are super expensive, but you have to keep in mind if you're looking at other detailed 143rd scale established brands, the quality and the construction of the Hot Wheels cars is pretty good. It's actually more durable, I'd say, than the typical ones, especially because they do metal base. You gotta keep that in mind. So, $25, we know that. These are the other cars in the set. 2 Skylines, Nismo one, and then looks like a package car from Nissan. Then we got the really cool 4Runner and then the McLaren. I saw the 4Runner McLaren. Which one do you think I got? This thing was super cool. I saw it announced. I guess, you know, the pitfalls of having the social media accounts that you can follow manufacturers and such. You know, you'll see these cars and it becomes a perpetual to try to catch up to, you know, the new stuff. I still try to keep the rule that I'm not chasing glory. I'm chasing personal connection with the cars. That's really what I try to focus on. You gotta, if you're gonna do this for a while, you gotta relax. So anyway, this thing is really cool. It took me a minute to kind of check it out because I was busy, but really neat. It's got the aftermarket wheels, really popular vehicle, holds its value. Now this body style is kind of nice. It came kind of with the refresh of the Tacoma. I think this car, you know, the old body style Toyota 4Runner, that was based on like, you know, the old school Toyota pickup that didn't even have a name. It's called pickup. But anyway, or Hilux in other countries. This vehicle came out with the Tacoma body style, and that was about 97, 98. You could still get this in stick shift, just like the previous generation 4Runner. V6, mostly. I don't know if the base model did the 4-cylinder on this car. I just don't remember. Majority of these trucks were 6-cylinder automatics with the power equipment. Those are the majority of these, but they went for a long time. I think it was a 3.5 liter, 3.4 liter 6-cylinder in these. 4-speed auto, I believe. Transfer case, all that stuff. Independent front axle. They were just really good vehicles. This one has a lot of aftermarket on it, just like Hot Wheels does. The rock sliders here are metal, so they're part of the casting. There's a compilation of plastic and metal. Most of the chassis plate's metal. Some of the things like the floor pan here, the axle, I think that's the tank, the fuel tank. That's plastic, but this is metal. Bumper is plastic. I had to really look at this for a while to find out because it's very close. They got the aftermarket eBay special headlights, as you can see. The truck's been repainted because it don't have sand color back then, OEM, so definitely a repaint. Thick on the paint. Now, this is kind of like a larger version of like almost like a premium or an elite 164 scale construction. Unlike the Wrangler that's kind of lifted, this one they did the IFS by putting pin axles. They work fine. They're good. I had to push it together slightly to get them to be a little bit less floppy. They're not too bad. And this one's just got a regular axle on it. Real soft rubber tires. The interior is awesome. You can see how they paint the seats a different color. Almost look like they did like the LE trim or whatever it was for the, or the Limited. Those almost look like they're leather seats, which is kind of cool. So they did what Toyota had. So you have the black instrument cluster and all that, and then you have the gray on the dash. So that's pretty cool. They didn't roll the window down in the back, but they did it on the driver's side. You can see the windows are up over here, so that's kind of cool. And that would be like, you put your head out trying to look where you're driving. Pretty much a newer aftermarket, high clearance bumper, winch, fog lights, grills right there. I don't know if the Toyota, yeah, that's really the only thing that says Toyota is where that grill is. Barely can see it in there. So it's really super slick car. Rolls nicely. Let's look at the back. So we got the shackles that are actually, you can see through them. They're thick, but they're actually, you can see through them, so they're drilled all the way through. Jerry can. Then we got a roof rack system, high lift jack, that kind of stuff. Boards for getting out of sand, that whatever, mud. And then this pop-up tent. Looks like it'd be cool if this opened, but it doesn't. But yeah, it's really cool. Hopefully everybody finds this. I'm assuming that these are going to be quite valuable. There's been a few stars. I think that green Skyline did pretty well. Porsche was really good. The GT3 911. It's kind of a cool car. I didn't get that. This is probably going to be popular. So there's been some popular ones. There's definitely been some peg warmers, as you call it. But this one's cool. But you got to pick and choose. I mean, at least in my case, you spend a lot of money on these cars. This is neat, though. So this will go good with a couple others that have the big Mercedes, that 6.9 liter SEL car, AMG, and then I got the Mustang Mach 1 car, that new generation Mustang. So that's kind of cool. McLaren was great. I saw the McLaren F1. If people like McLarens, get it. It's really great casting. It's very clean. Hopefully I come across another set of these and I'll get the McLaren. Maybe they'll go on sale occasionally. If you're lucky enough to live by a Target store, I've seen these go on clearance a few times. So look out for that if you can. It brings the cost down considerably. All right. Well, we looked at two vehicles today, kind of something different. 1/64 scale cars. Mailman has been slow, but I guess there's been mail issues in central Indiana. I think that's if you look online, you'll see we're having issues. So things are coming in slowly. They get here, but the packages definitely pile up. So we'll get some more stuff soon. But I wanted to show this, and maybe we will do the 1/24 scale old school rally cars. I think that's next on the docket. If I get enough time to kind of sit down and relax a little bit, maybe we'll do that. So hope everybody's been well. Welcome to 2025. Hope everybody's hunt goes good. And a lot of exciting cars. The time that I'm putting this video out, we saw all the stuff from the toy fair. So there's a lot of cool castings that I saw that look really exceptional. So hopefully we get those in the collection soon. And we could talk about that stuff further. Hope everybody liked the show today. Thanks for all the new subscription, thumbs up, and comments. Helps the channel to grow and reach more people in the hobby. So hope everybody enjoys it. More to come. Till next time.